Thank you,
everybody.
everyone. I hope you are enjoying this last day of the Odoo experience. Maybe before going on, just pay attention to the QR code you have in front of you and already scan it if you want to prepare some questions during the talk. And also, maybe can I ask you to raise your hand if you hear me well, so that I can know, okay, at
Great.
least some of you are still awake. That's nice.
After
So,
yesterday's party.
yeah, not so obvious. Okay, so now today I'm going to tell you a story. We are going to tell you a story together along with Mario. A beautiful story, a true story also, but above all, a very challenging story. A story where characters go straight to the unknown, willing to learn and grow. A story where help and support are the keys to reaching a happy end. To tell you this story, we'll go through a time scale of 4 days, each of them representing a key step of a partner travel. And Mario will present you the first day.
Yeah. Thank you, Antoine. It is said, there's a Chinese proverb that says that every single journey of 1,000 miles starts with a little first step. And for our partners, this implies understanding the real value of the partnership. For them, it's a step into the unknown. It's sometimes a leap of faith. Basically because they have limited experience with software vendors within an established relationship, most of them. They don't know what to expect. They don't know what's going to be the dynamic of the relationship. They don't know basically what's going to be the benefit of this journey that they are starting. They need to know why this journey is worth taking and where is it leading them. For that purpose, we have created the commercial onboarding for partners. This is a training included in our partnership that is adaptable to the circumstances and needs of each partner and implies basically a full disclosure of our secret sauce for commercial success. Our experience, statistics, our best practices, strategies. Basically, we share our 21 years of experience within the market with our partners. Not only with abstract concepts, but with details, with exercises, with use cases, real use cases, and basically with different type of simulations and role plays in order for the partner to see in real time and in actual real cases how this commercial approach and vision works. It has been really, really successful, and the activation rate of new partners and even existing partners have skyrocketed. So we are very, very happy to take this first step as a kickstarter of our relationship.
Indeed, and after this very important step, we go to day 2, where it comes to build functional capabilities on Odoo Enterprise. Indeed, you need to know that most of the new partners actually do not have a clue about Odoo Enterprise. Some of them already used and implemented Odoo Community, but of course they know that it is both a completely different product, but also a completely different business model. So they need to start from scratch. They need to build all of their knowledge regarding this software, but also regarding the way to implement it. And we all know it takes time, of course, to build processes, to build the methodology, and to build this knowledge. And so what we had in mind is to create the project leader onboarding, the PLO, which is a 7-week onboarding, just given by one of our certified consultants, where the idea is for the partners to go through all the main modules of Odoo Enterprise and get to know them, of course, both functionally and technically. But of course, to discuss also and to discover our methodology. How do we implement projects and how do we make sure that it comes to a success by the end?
Well, basically, it's very important to understand, Antoine, that the onboarding is not just commercial or it's not just functional. It's a whole. Doesn't matter how much experience you have in the ERP market. Doesn't matter how much experience you have implementing Odoo Community. You need to be properly trained, both commercially and functionally, to be able to sell and implement Odoo Enterprise. And once you are properly onboarded, it's time for the partner to take the next step, which is putting the different knowledges that have acquired during the trainings into action. And this is very, very important to build trust, to build confidence in the partner in the partnership, in the approach and methodology that we are disclosing within the training and in the business model as well. And for that purpose, collaboration is key. Really close teamwork between Odoo and its partner is the secret for this stage. It's basically starting with the partner manager. The partner manager is going to basically help the partner implement a lead generation strategy, draft it and put it into action. It's going to help the partner streamline their sales cycle, and this implies helping the partner generate their own opportunities, even if the partner is not able to get its own opportunities, referring new opportunities in order to work them together, help the partner qualifying new potential customers, help them draft and create demos and delivering those demos in a successful manner, and also help him build a tailor-made implementation proposal for that project. And once the project is won by the partner, the support from Odoo is not finishing there. New agents from our amazing team enter into the game. The account manager is going to help the partner during the implementation and even afterwards to help with any commercial matter that could rise during the implementation. And if necessary, any functional or technical hand is needed by the partner, our service for partners are ready to jump in upon request of the partner to help him deliver a successful implementation. As you can see, the support of the partnership goes along with the different stages of the life cycle of the partner with its customers.
Indeed. And finally, we come to day 4, when it's time to scaling up. You know, once the partner activates and starts, of course, understanding the value proposition of Odoo, everything starts to accelerate. On one side, of course, the partner receives more and more projects. But on the other side, each project complexity also increases. So it is also a very big challenge for the partners to have the resources and, I would say, the experience to manage all of these projects together. And to help him that purpose, of course, from a commercial perspective, the fact of having put in place like a fluent lead generation helps him to have and guarantee some kind of stable business volume. Which prevents this kind of overwhelming situation for the partners. And also from a functional perspective, the fact of integrating each of the Odoo services in the implementation process is quite a key. Of course, we can think about many things, like developer on demand, the fact that we can provide some developer to partners in order to develop solutions for the customers if they don't have the resources internally. Smart classes that the partner can follow and become expert on on one or another module. We can also think about the project leader onboarding that I already mentioned, but in the other way around, if the partner decides to recruit new people, but does not want to take time to spend, I don't know, a few weeks to train him on each of the modules of Odoo, of course he can ask Odoo to do so, and by the end, of course, they win efficiencies, they can stay focused on the project, and that's one of the key for the success.
Well, all this is very nice, but it's very abstract, still very abstract. So we need to land it into real cases. We have brought to discuss with you some real success cases of partners that have joined this journey not a long time ago, and they have showed an amazing growth path. And we think that is a good example to discuss with you today. We're going to start with our Spanish partner, ready, almost silver partner, Kernet. Kernet is a seasoned software consulting company from Basque Country that has more than 20 years of experience in the ERP market. Even they have around 8-9 years implementing Odoo Community. And last year, in 2022, they gave a try to our partnership and the Odoo Enterprise business model. They basically started with the usual Kickstarter, the commercial onboarding for partners, and it was very useful for them to understand the dynamics of this relationship, the synergies that were able to arise from that collaboration that the partnership implies, and the new perspectives that the strategy that Odoo is applying was discussed and shared within the onboarding. They realized soon in the relationship that all their their experience and knowledge on Odoo community was not immediately transferable to Odoo Enterprise. So they made an incredible effort in order to be trained in Odoo Enterprise. They did PLO, several ad hoc trainings in order to have the highest standards of implementation capability. And they've done this flawlessly. Really amazing what they have done in the last 10 months. I'm talking about adapting their implementation capacity, adopting the new business model of Odoo Enterprise within their business strategy, expanding their implementation approach. Originally, they had a fully managed turnkey implementation approach, and after the onboardings, they embraced the quick start methodology, and now they offer a flexible approach to their customers, which is something that helped them increase their customer base. What they've done in these 10 months in figures, it's amazing. 11 new projects in 10 months, 140 new users. They are on the verge of becoming silver partners, more than 10,000 euros in commissions generated in this same term. Amazing. This is the result of a huge commitment, a huge effort, and collaboration with Odoo. And of course, all these challenges are now followed by new challenges. Every time you take a step forward is a new step ahead. And they are already working together with Odoo in order to overcome these new challenges. This is a very nice success story that I wanted to share with you today.
Indeed, this was a very nice use case. Maybe let me tell you about the second one. Let's talk about 9to5 Interactive, which is one of our already partners located in Switzerland. 9to5 Interactive, as Kernet, started the partnership 1 year ago. Quickly decided to do both the commercial onboarding and the functional onboarding that we mentioned at the beginning, so that they could, streamline their lead generation, but also, of course, get the functional abilities to manage their project, which was quite a key also at the very beginning. Also, they had some experience already with implementation of other ERPs in the past, which helped them to understand what was the real added value of Odoo as a software, but also as a product and as a mindset. And their background in accounting was quite a key, because they quickly understood that Odoo was quite a nice accounting software also, and so they push it also as a very nice solution for their customers when they decided to join them. Today, they are facing the growth stage challenges, where key decisions need to be taken about what kind of project to go to, what size, what kind of industry, or what kind of market, also what kind of people to recruit, how to expand the team, how to get the right people, how to make them certified on Odoo. All of this takes time, of course, and that's also very complicated for any partners in that situation, and also what kind of strategy to apply, and of course what kind of market to focus on. All of these questions are very complicated, but by working shoulder to shoulder with Odoo, with their commitment, with their effort, we can make sure, in a sense, that they will overcome them in the future, and that they will just continue this huge progress that they did during this year. Just to highlight it, in 2023, they just got like 9 projects, which is very huge, and 58 new users.
And our next success case comes from Norway. It's the case of our gold partner, Nueva IT. They joined this journey 3 years ago with the particularity of being a very small company, but with a very clear set of objectives and a very open mindset for collaboration and teamwork. They had some opportunities within the pipe when they joined the partnership, so they have done an adapted commercial onboarding with a specific objective. Basically converting those opportunities within their pipe, generating new opportunities, and streamlining their sales cycle. They did this very, very efficiently, and they took the following step, which was basically becoming functionally able to implement Odoo Enterprise at the highest quality standards. Basically, they have done 3 PLOs. They have 1 on site. They have done 1 technical training, several ad hoc trainings, until they reached that point when they were one of the highest quality implementers in the region. And they had a very, very smart strategy. Basically, they started targeting standard projects within the quick start implementation. This allowed them to implement more, implement with a higher quality their projects and with a higher customer satisfaction. This allowed them to convert those existing implementation customers into recurring customers and gave them efficiently and really quickly a sustainable customer base so as to think in their next step. And the next step was basically tackling the MMC market. This implied bigger customers, but also much more complex projects. And they've done this amazingly well. This was their ticket for the Gold partnership. Of course, all these challenges were the result of hard work, commitment, and again, collaboration. But they still have new challenges, and they're already working on those new challenges that are related with the growth they have taken. In the last, for example, 10 months, we're talking about 26 new projects. We're talking about 75,000 euros generated in commissions from January to November. It's amazing what they have done, but they still have challenges. And they're still working with Odoo together to overcome these challenges as well as they've done with the initial ones. It doesn't matter you're already a Gold partner, you still have challenges, you still have a margin of growth, and the partnership provides you support regarding that. And this is one of the beauties of the relationship and something that we wanted to remark within this talk.
Well, last but not least, let me tell you about our ready partner from Rwanda, AD Finance. AD Finance started their partnership 1 year ago. What was really interesting with them, of course, was their motivation and the fact they were really enthusiastic regarding the Odoo solution, which is always a pleasure, of course, to start a partnership with. They had at first the focus on the Rwanda market, but quickly decided also to expand it and focus now on Mauritius Island and Burundi also. At first, they did quite a deep commercial onboarding with their partner manager, with some ad hoc trainings, which means that they quickly optimized the lead generation, but then came the functional abilities, once again, to manage the project. At first, they decided to do a lot of customization and development for the project, which was increasing a lot, of course, the duration of each implementation, but also increasing the number of risks they could face afterwards on the long term, and the fact, of course, that by the end, the customers will not be so happy by using Odoo in practice. And so, the idea was then for them to take a project leader onboarding, a PLO, in order to get to know more about how do we implement projects internally. And actually, they decided and understood the fact that it is much more efficient just to decide to adapt the business of the customers to Odoo and not to adapt Odoo to the business of the customer. And once they understood that, it was quite a key step for them, and they started, of course, simplifying a lot the ways they decided to implement projects at their customers. Something else is that it is quite a big achievement for them in that year, is that they identified the gap in Odoo. Yeah, that's possible. It surprised me. Yes, they identified that we were missing a fiscal localization for Rwanda, and they just decided to develop it themselves, which is very impressive. And so today they are able to provide this fiscal localization to their new customers, which is, of course, a very high added value for them, and also one way just to identify themselves on the market. Besides this, in 2023, we have 3 new projects and 60 new users. Well, I think we have come to the end of the story. Yeah. Thank you very much, Mario.
Thanks to you, Antoine.
It's true that at the beginning I mentioned the happy end. Do you know what it is? Well, I think we all know what it is. All the partners that we mentioned, but so many more, can be very proud of what has been achieved during this year and be looking forward to what's coming next in the future. And it starts here at the Odoo experience. Thank you very much for your attention, and feel free to ask us any questions.
We look forward to your questions. Thank you.
Thank you, guys, for your presentation. It was impressive. First question from the audience. Does Odoo pass on leads to new partners?
Yes. Yes, to the official partners, for sure. And for the learning partners, within the process of this onboarding and this learning process, the partner manager is going to sometimes bring leads for them to work together and do this process together with some real leads.
Thank you. Next one. Does Odoo have template contracts partners can use? Does Odoo have template
Yes.
contracts that partners can use?
We have the partner knowledge base where you can find a lot of information. I mean, sometimes we overlook this source of resources, and we should, all partners should take a deep look at this immense source, as you can find almost everything there. It's really, really extensive, the amount of information, templates, and even models that you can use on daily basis as a partner.
Thank you. Next one, commission payments are indefinite as long as you remain partner, or is there a cap?
No, there's no cap. Basically, as long as you remain being an Odoo partner, every time the subscription is renewed, your referred customer, it will generate a commission for you as a partner.
Okay. Next one, what is the size of the team of those partners as well as their profile?
Well, usually new partners have small teams. We can find a big variety of partners joining the journey of the partnership, but mainly those learning partners are startups. As such, they are not very big in quantity. They have a lot of, let's say, commitment and a lot of let's say will of growth. The ideal structure is always to have a functional funder at least and a commercial one. It's very difficult for a single person to be functional and commercial at the same time. And this is one of the biggest challenges that the new partners have when they join the partnership.
Thank you. Maybe the last question. How can you estimate the cost of acquiring all the necessary actions to become a successful affiliate?
It depends on where you're departing from. Basically, if you have a lot of experience, for example, the commercial and functional onboarding might be lighter. If you are starting within this industry, you might have to do a bigger effort. So, for starters, a PLO is always recommendable. It's a must. The commercial onboarding is included within the partnership, and it's also something that the partners should do with to be focused on those two as a starter. Then, as your customer base grows, your needs for functional training grow as well. The technical training that we will discuss and the ad hoc trainings are part of the basic needs. And whenever you are a partner that has certain size of your customer base, you need to have service for partners in order to be able to tackle whatever emergency can pop up within the implementation phase.
Yeah,
It
okay.
is very recommendable. It's not it's not compulsory, but it's recommendable.
Okay, thank you. I think we have time for another question. Is there an industry that is in high demand to focused by a new partner? What do you recommend?
I don't have an idea like this.
We traditionally at Odoo, we find that the different partners, because of their history and localization, have a preferred industry. It's always important to have a vertical. Like verticals are the key for partner growth. You can be generalistic when you're a learning partner, maybe when you're a ready partner, but in order to become a silver and a gold partner, you need to get your vertical. Depends on where you're from, depends on your experience, depends on your contacts. There are many industries and as many partners as industries you can find. There's no one specific.
Thank you. We are getting more questions. I don't know if we have the time.
Let me see. We have 40 seconds.
Okay. Thank you for your presentation. I don't
Thanks to
think
you.
that we have time to
Thanks
other
for
questions.
this amazing audience, for all your questions.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.